Yeah, shalom, shalom. Yes, sir, again, a short inspirational lesson to the Akyam. Aqua that's out there. Before I start, I just want to say shalom to the Akyam that's out there. The four corners, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat as well, for keeping the household and keeping in his truth. Say shalom as well to the elders and the apostles of GMS, for continuing to feed the flock, through the Spirit and continue to guide us, especially in these end tough times. This lesson, gonna call it, now is not the time to sleep. All right. Just imagine you're running this race. You just bend the corner, I see the finish line, and you start to walk. So now is not the time to walk because some people behind you are coming to take over. You have to push hard to finish. Right? So let's quickly, couple of precepts. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, starting from verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh so cometh as a thief in the night. So the thing is, as you see in here, he said, of the times and the seasons, you have no need for I to write you. I come in just now. Basically is what he's saying. So, don't wait until, like here in Trinidad, for the last minute. You have to go and get your car inspected by a certain date. They'll tell you, okay, you have 3 months to go and do it. And Trinidadians like to wait the last week, the last day to go. Just because, that is the culture that they have here. Everything here is last minute. Tell you go the groceries now, it's COVID and everybody in lockdown. No, they want to wait till the last minute to go. If they do set a curfew, and they say 6 p.m., 5 to 6, Trinidadians like to be speeding home, try and get away and say, oh gosh, I get away and make it in the nick of time. But it's not so with the Lord. Right? You already know you cannot be lackadaisical right now. You have to be pumping and pushing hard. Right? Not only going out there and doing the videos if you can. If you can't do the works, then do your videos. Still study and push hard because we're almost at the end here. Right? Continuing. For verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Which is kind of what happened here with COVID. Everything is going hunky-dory for everybody. Everything going nice. And all of a sudden, boom, the structure come out. And now the world basically on shutdown. And now, a lot of people who, I guess, not in the truth, some of them running out the road like chicken without a head. They now realize that the life that they so-called have isn't really a life. The so-called social life and their life to please people, their life at home wasn't good. A lot of them right now have problems at home because they can't even stay home with their wife because they don't have that peace. That they have that itching, they have to go out every time. Or if they're home, they're at the back and the wife in front, the family inside and he outside. And that is now they realize that they actually didn't have a life when they think what is life is not life. Right? Continue verse 3. As travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light. And as we say, we are the enlightened ones. I think I have a precept to bring out for that later. We are the enlightened ones. One. As someone said, we are the true Illuminati of the Bible, right? So we are the one actually, our eyes are open. We have ears that we hear, we have eyes that we see, whereas other people are blinded. Right? We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. And all these things that are coming up right now with this COVID, the end of time prophecies and stuff that is playing right now. We saw this coming long time. A lot of people are getting catch with their pants down. But the Akim, that's the truth, saw this coming way ahead. So we are not surprised by this. And we are not even surprised at what is about to going to happen. And about the devastation, the destruction, and the famine, and the plagues, and the pestilence, and the torment, that's about to happen. We're not surprised about the microchip and the beast, mark of the beast, and all the other major prophecies that's coming right now. We are not surprised. We expect that. We are already prepared for that. The Most High prepared us. So now we could just continue in the word and spirit, continue pushing, and just watch as this movie ends right in front of our eyes. Verse 6, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Right? And that could also, if you want to take it another way too, let us watch and be sober and not be drunk on those philosophies of those other churches, the Christian, the Catholics, the Muslim, the Hindus, spaghetti and meatballs, and something monster, and kind of crazy stuff that's outside there. Right? Verse 7, for they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of day be sober. Let us who are of the light be sober. Let us who are in the truth be sober. Right? Putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. Right? For powers had not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him. And this sleep actually means those who was in the truth and left their body and is in the spirit world. So not the sleep as in slumber. Right? Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do. Which is kind of like what this video is doing, to edify the other Akim. What the apostles is doing to edify the Akim. And what the other Akim are doing to edify the Akim. They say keep, you have to keep your brethren going. Because, you don't want to see your brethren fall, especially around this time. Alright, so I'm gonna jump quick to Ephesians 1 and 8, wherein he had abounded toward us in all wisdom and prudence, having made known unto us the mystery of his will, according to his good pleasure which he had proposed in himself, that in the dispensation of fullness of times he might gather together in one all things in HaMashiach, both which are in heaven and which are on earth, even in him. So right, so which are in heaven, those are the people that are in the spirit world, and also those who are right here on earth, even in him. Right? Verse 11, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated according to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will. Right? I'm gonna come back. You see, I'm gonna come back to that predestinated just now. I'm gonna jump to Romans 13 and 11, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. As I said earlier on, we know we are at the end. The end, because the end prophecies are playing off right now. Right? So we know it's, for us it may seem long, but for the Most High this is been the last seconds basically. Verse 12, the night is fast spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting or drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, that in strife and envying, not in strife and envy, but put ye on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lusts thereof. So now is not a time to be carnally minded, it's to be spiritually minded right now. Right? I jump to Luke. Luke 9:62, I believe. Right? And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of heaven. It's like when Lot, right, and his household was leaving Sodom and Gomorrah, and the wife decided to look back. Then you are not fit for the kingdom, and she was turned into a pillar of salt. And the same thing here. We can't do all this hard work up until the reach now. When it's just around the corner, we're gonna come out of this world, right? And now you're looking to turn back or be carnally minded, and have these elites trying to, catch you up in their last hurry to chip you, to bring torment to you. We already know that some of us are gonna be killed, are gonna be tormented, are gonna be beheaded, for this world. We just have to stay strong and be spiritually minded right now. Right? So now is not the time. So Revelation 3:15. Right? I know thy works that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold or hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So if right now, Akim, you're warm, this is the time you need to raise up that heat and be hot now. This is the time all of us have to be hot. We have to be well pushing this word. We have to be studying and eating this rule, right down to the end. We don't want to be caught, as I said earlier on, with your pants down, and then Most High come and catch you with your pants down. Right? So we all know this Matthew 25 with the 10 virgins. We all know the lesson in this. I mean, I wouldn't really go into it so much, but basically, let me just read it out very quickly here. Matthew 25:1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be like unto 10 virgins which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom, and 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. And right now, hoping all the Akim are wise and not foolish, right? Because right now is the time for you to have oil in your lamp. Now is the time to have that fuel to push you right down to the end. Because as in Amos 5:18 says, his darkness is coming when he's coming. And we need to be the light of this world. Verse 3. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil in with them, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. Right? And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. Right? For while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. So you have to be ready. You have to be ready for when he comes. He comes they say as the twinkling of an eye. You can't be saying, okay, let me go and get some oil for my lamp now. Too late. You have to have that lamp overflowing with oil now to make sure you have enough to keep that fire burning, as I said, to be hot, not lukewarm, until that day when the bridegroom comes. And when he comes and take us and he shuts that door, that's the end for you. Right? So Luke 21, start from 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon earth the stress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, when men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Right? And he spoke to them a parable. Behold the fig tree and all the trees. Right? Well, we all know about that parable as well. We're just going to jump quickly to James. I didn't want to keep this long. James 5 and 8. Be ye also patient, which is what we are right now, and establish your hearts. So prepare yourself. Be strong in the spirit. Be spiritually minded and not carnally minded, for the coming of the Lord that draweth nigh. Right? Just to end off quickly. 2 Ezra 6, 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand first held the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, which is right now. It is Esau world, according to Job 9 and 24, and so many other precepts. But this is their world. You know what? Let them have it. Don't hold nothing to this world. We came into it with nothing, and we're going to leave with nothing. So right now, fighting for any last thing is not. It doesn't make sense. That is being carnally minded. We have to be spiritually minded and know that our world is the world that is coming after, which is the glory. Has something that we will never see. We have peace on earth, and we have everything we want. We will never suffer, never want again. Right? Verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. And just to end quickly here, one of the precepts I really like to call on to give people a little inspiration is like, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. Right? So basically, run in a race and run all to collect your prize. Right? 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery in temperate in all things, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, right? But we an incorruptible crown. Right? I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. Right? So with that, Akiam, I say shalom until the next time.